Welcome. All right. Let's see what we've got going on right here. Yeah. Come on in. You know, I had to go on late tonight, so I wanted to come on anyway, so. Hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Starting late tonight. Starting late. Real late. As America readies itself for war, ladies and gentlemen, all is not well tonight. No one is coming to rescue you. Yes, God will win. God wins in the end. But that means a lot of people are gonna die. Jerry Ludwig, you know, I was thinking about you last night, and I had looked for you because I was gonna ask you, are you still living in the hood? How's your living situation? Anyway, we have uncovered some secrets in Genesis. And hopefully you are one of the ones that decided you would read chapter 2 like a maniac between last night and today. And if that's the case, you are really going to be blessed tonight. If I make it that far, I'm so tired, it's so late. I had no choice. I had to come on late. And I may not be able to make it. I may have to call it quits early, and we'll have to start all over tomorrow, because we'll do it tomorrow. Jerry says, no, I live in a different town now. Do you feel safer? Do you feel better where you are now? You know, because we're on a delay, I ask the question and I have to remember, oh, wait, I got to wait a few minutes. Do you feel better where you are now? I hope you do. Said, yes, I have great neighbors. Good. Good. You know, good to know your neighbors, and a lot of times they'll look out for you and keep you safe. Yeah. Yeah. So welcome. We're starting late tonight. We may not make it very long. We may. We may be on for a long time. Who knows? So who's all in here? Just Jerry? I mean, there's 7 people in here. Jerry Ludwig is the only one brave enough to type. So Genesis shows that there are esoteric, secret Divine Transmissions. Candice Duvai. Hey, there we go. There we go. There we go. You know, the Lord calls it the secret place. He calls it under his wing. You know, in fact, if we were to do a search on secret place, let's see what comes up. Secret place. What is that secret place? Listen to this. This is Psalm 27:5. That's what that is right there. For in the day of trouble, he will conceal me in his tabernacle. In the secret place of his tent, he will hide me. He will lift me up on a rock. That's serious. Psalm 31:20, you hide them in the secret place of your presence. From the conspiracies of man, you keep them secretly in a shelter from the strife of tongues. Shelley Green, hello. Hello. So, what is the secret place? I believe the earthly equivalent of it is the bedroom. As I've been explaining that the entire Old Testament revolves around sex. Patty Shannon. You know, Patty, yeah, I was thrown off because of the way you had your name before. You had Patricia. I think, right? Right? Did you change it back? Song of Solomon 2:14. 2:14. Oh, my dove, in the clefts of the rock, in the secret place of the steep pathway, let me see your form. Let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet and your form is lovely. Your form is lovely. Patty, you didn't change it? Isaiah 28:17. I will make justice the measuring line and righteousness the level. Then hail will weep away the refuge of lies, and the waters will overflow. The secret place, the waters, the Spirit flowing from their bellies. Remember Genesis, God never created the water. It was already there. What the heck? Where'd it come from? Wherever the Spirit is, the water of life is there as well. And Jeremiah and Ezekiel, it's flowing out up from the throne of God, the water. It's up to his waist. Ezekiel 7:22, I will also turn my face from them, and they will profane my secret place. Then robbers will enter and profane it. So in this relationship with the God of the universe, there is a secret place. And esoteric means hidden, secret. And if you haven't figured out yet that Christianity is at its core a secret religion, because the closer you get to God, the veil of suffering keeps those out who aren't worthy of it. And it's only through suffering that the most deepest truths are revealed to you. And this illumination is calming. This illumination is accompanied by a peace that surpasses all understanding. It's calming. It's not frantic. It's at peace. It's at rest. From the outside, it may look like someone that's figured out the art of living. It is an art. When you realize that your house is your nest, and that you realize that you've got thousands of these days that go so long when you're bored. So we do things to pass the time, and it speeds the time up, and then we ask where'd the time go. So we hate to be bored. The curse of sin is boredom, ladies and gentlemen. We can't just be. We got to find something to do and look for something. So we find the tree, knowledge of good and evil, and we get involved with things, and we tend to answer questions that the evil one poses. And that's where Eve kind of dropped the ball. If she'd have never answered him, he would have never got a foothold on her. It's true. It's true. You know I speak the truth. You know that my words bear the witness to something deep in your soul. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Clear that out of there. Get that back. So God rested on the seventh day. And you're like, well, why does God need the rest? Because on day 6, he spread his seed everywhere. You're like, what? That's heretical. Is it? It isn't. He has no seed, but in 1 John, he calls it sperma. That there is a spiritual seed. There is this thing that happens. So like, as I said, everything, let the earth bring forth living creatures. The motif of Genesis chapter 1 is creatures, bring forth creatures after their kind, cattle and creeping things after its kind. But seed bearing fruit that bears fruit after its kind. And everything is bearing fruit after its kind. Everything is told to be like the fruit and multiply. And then on the last day of creation, which is the sixth day, before he rests, he says, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the air. He's not ruling over these animals to eat them. He is in place of God. As I demonstrated to you last night, that God creates something, it's wound up, and he steps back and he lets it rule itself. That the stars in the sky, that there was lights in the sky. Intimacy with God, yes, Patty Shannon. That God was the light in the sky on day 1. Let there be light. But yet the sun and the moon and the stars had not been created until day 4. But he says that when these lights, this moon and sun and stars are created, he says that they are to govern the day. And then, so now the greater and lesser light are to govern the days. But look what man, look at it, 28, right here. God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply like that fruit. Spread your seed and fill the earth and subdue it and rule over the fish of the sea. He was to be the Adonai, the Lord. Man was to be the Adonai. Every tongue and every knee was supposed to bow to man and say, he is Lord. Look. Rule over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the sky and over every living creature that moves on the face of the earth. Rule over it. Man was called to rule. Man, not woman. Man. But as we're going to see, he fails. Behold, I've given you every tree, every plant yielding seed. See, that's the thing. We said it last night, that he was to rule over all these animals, but he's not eating them. He's not eating these animals. They are serving him. This is great evidence for Dinotopia, because he's really going to have to mass produce some avocados and move them somehow. Bananas and tomatoes and potatoes and whatever. He's got to move these somehow, right? So it's a good reason for Dinotopia. So after that, God saw all that he had made, and behold, and it was good, and there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. So God rested and something happened. Thus the heavens and the earth were created and all their hosts. By the seventh day, God completed his work, which he had done. See, remember, man was to cultivate the garden, work it with his hands. He was to work in the garden. So Patty Shannon, I forgot to tell you, I'm back. I had to take care of some things. Married 2 children, got married. Two of my oldest boys they both got married. Had shoulder surgery. My right shoulder was replaced. Most of you knew that anyway, because I did upload some things, and I have kept it going a little while by uploading things. But we're going to start trying to do it live again at 8:00. I feel it's time with all that's going on. If you don't understand that America is under attack, you ain't paying attention. So, it's true. Many things were, many plants were set afire today. So, as always, let me just put this in there. Oh, Jerry Ludwig said she had 2 shoulder surgeries. You know, I almost had to have surgery again. Here's the PayPal if anybody wants to bless me. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry, for blessing me the other day, by the way. They thought my prosthesis was loose because mine's reverse. The cuff is on my arm and the ball is on my cuff. And they thought it was loose. And it's only been 6 months since my surgery. I cried. I was like, if it's loose already, man, I'm screwed. And I can't afford to have surgery every time it gets loose. I have to live life on a feather. One wrong move, a fall, and I catch myself. It's dislocated. Only thing holding it together is my bicep. She said, I have 3 drywall screws. Boro! As long as your rib works, you're good. Well, you know, I'm so beyond that with all that's going on, I'd say, yeah. Elias Mack, good to see you back. Missed you. Greetings from South Carolina. Hey, Elias. Yeah, Elias. If you, I'm not back 100%, but I'm back. I felt it was time to come back on with what's going on, and yeah. Yeah, Elias, if you need to email me for anything, let me know. You know, a major problem that Christians have. Yeah, Burrow says, fall like an athlete, no hands. I tell you, I can't fall on that shoulder. Anything, man. If I was to hit it and it would fulcrum out, oh my gosh. I mean, these 2 pieces, there's a little bit of concave. Is that right? Where it's sitting in a little bit of a concave joint, titanium joint. But only my bicep muscle that's pulled over it is holding it in place. Can never do a push-up, never do a pull-up. Can't lift more than a gallon of milk for the rest of my life. If I was to slip and try to catch myself, it's coming out. And it'll be horrible. Because these 2 pieces aren't connected. So if they come out, all the ligaments and muscles around it will go in and they will pinch. It causes me pain to think about it. I see people doing pull-ups or push-ups and I hurt. I'm like, oh, gross. Gross. So as we saw last night that Moses was in the land of Canaan. He visited, because we see that he talks about this area and he talks about a specific thing, the gold of this land called Havilah. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. This I'm like most shoulder replacement people cannot do this. I really work it out. And I sleep with it up like that on purpose so that I have the mobility that I need. To the side, parallel to the ground. Yeah. Yeah. Here I go. I get that. My shoulder, I'm about at if you were to hold my shoulder down, I'm at about 90%. But I can still get it up all the way this high. They said all they expected me to be able to do would be to put my hand on my head. But To the side, parallel to the ground. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. So, Delum which is in this land of Havilah. Wait, put it out to your side and twist it. Yeah, I can do all that. Up and twist. Yeah, I can do all that. I'm telling you. I can't scratch my back like this with it. I can't do that. I could if I probably worked at it, but man, that scares me. It scares me. If it fulcrums out, it's gonna suck. And what sucks is, oh, Patty, hey, you could probably rewatch it. I edited out all that long music and stuff. But what's gross about it is I can feel the prosthesis under my muscle. Like, I don't have any feeling in the prosthesis, but I feel the prosthesis under my muscle. You don't feel your bones under your muscles. I feel this under there. It's kind of gross. It's like a numb, like if your finger, part of your finger was numb, it's inside there. So side twist up and down for 2 minutes at a time, and it will rebuild from the side out. Well, you do know that it's titanium. That's funny. Then graduate to doing it with a full can of beer. For weight. No, I use pulleys and my own resistance to build it. I mean, it is stronger. It's defined. It's more defined. But as you can see, that's where they got me. That's where they did it. And they cut my arm off in there. They cut my arm off inside of my skin, right at the ball. They cut it off. Oh yeah, that's the thing, Burrow. It's going to grow around it. It's going to grow around it more and more. And so I work it out. I use pulleys and I use resistance, but it's more defined than my left arm is. I can't, I've injured this one overcompensating, but it feels so strong and so like it doesn't hurt or anything, but it has no strength. It only has the strength of what I could push away with my own weight, and that's it. If I was to get in a fight and punch someone, it could dislocate it. A gun, if I was to shoot a gun, it could dislocate it. Shit. Oh, man. I have to live life on a feather. On a feather. Crazy, huh? So are you all preparing for what's coming? I shredded my shoulder playing rugby a while back. The trainer had me do that. It always makes my shoulder better. Yeah, like rotator cuff and the shoulder that just always hurts. Yeah, do your exercises. But if your cuff's broken, man, I'd just turn my hand like this and it'd come out. It was sick. Sick. So, there's a debate of whether when Adam and Eve were put in the garden, were there other people outside of the garden because of the land of Havilah? I don't think so. I think he just knew where it was and he just said, hey, it's over there. It's over there where that Bellum that we like so much is. A good massage helps. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And like jacuzzi jets. I worked it out a lot in water, having like swimming type stuff to get it strong. It still feels weird, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it aches. Sometimes it freaks me out. Like, really freaks me out. It's late. Hey. If we don't, Boros says, cripes, I forgot about massages. Jerry Ludwig said, I took pain pills before physical therapy. Yeah. They suck at giving pain pills now, man. I had to get mad. And I'm like, if you don't give me something for pain, man, you're going to need some pain pills. Shirley J says, topic? The topic was Genesis. We're in chapter 2. And usually I go on at 8 and it's late. And I went on late. I went on at 8 and I went on late today. So we're just kind of moseying over what we talked about a little bit yesterday. And then we're going to move on. And I'm probably going to end and we'll take it back up tomorrow. Boros says, no pain, no pain. Yep. Yeah, Jerry Ludwig, we're talking about our injuries. I had a reverse shoulder replacement on the 2 years that I was gone, where I wasn't doing a live show like this. If I went live, it was like if I was in the car, sitting and waiting for my son at Civil Air Patrol. Speaking of which, I got to have that boy in New Orleans at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Man, Saturday morning. And I got to have him there. I'm not happy about it. Because I had made plans to stay up late tonight and write and do things, but I'm tired and I don't know. So, if you don't understand that things are going down in this country and they're not telling you, they're like, we're in a bubble, right? That we are like protected in the sense that we're not being told anything. And a certain generation, the ones that are living on their retirement right now, I can understand. The majority of them, I can understand, man. They don't want to think that everything they worked for is possibly evil. I mean, that's what it boils down to. I mean, everything that we were told was a lie. And I tell you, a lot of what we were told about the Bible and what it teaches was a lie as well. So Bora had a kidney stone attack. I might have traded that for shoulder surgery. I can imagine, man. They say that is like giving birth. Passing that. He says everything. Everything. I've never had either of those, Jerry. There's just a few of us in here. We're just hanging. It's late night. We're just talking. So I think I'm actually going to head out. I'm feeling pretty worthless. Not, I'm not able to do much good this late. He tells us exactly where the Garden of Eden is. All these people, they make TV shows and stuff about where the Garden of Eden is. He tells us right where it is. It's where the Mount of Olives is. It's Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the terrestrial equivalent to the bride. That's wild right there. Very wild. So, all right, my friends, I think I'm going to head out and we'll talk tomorrow. I just wanted to come on and say, I'm sorry I wasn't able to be on at 8. So, have a good night. Later.